I'm sad.
I'm not.
I'm just such a good show.
About it, yeah. That was a perfect ending.
It was very good.
I don't know why I realized like right before what it was probably gonna be, because there was nothing left. This just had to set up everything else,
Right.
and give some like that bridge context.
Right.
But I think that's the first time we've officially seen Vader in Clone Wars.
Well, it definitely is. Vader didn't exist yet. Well, real quick, welcome everybody. This is Rebels Reacts to the final episode of the Clone Wars. Episode 12 of Season 7. It's called Victory and Death. My name is Jordan.
Part 4.
Yes, I guess. Part 4
And
of
I'm
the third
Ethan.
arc. You probably saw, I'm sure I'll cut this in right as we ended the episode. But yeah, as we were saying, there wasn't much else of a way that this could have ended. This was literally the end of the Clone War.
Yeah, literally, that's what it was. That the final moments, and it was over like that.
Yep. Because at
Like
the end,
that.
when you see Vader, like it's not even clones anymore; it's stormtroopers. You know,
It's years later.
You think it was that long later?
I think
It seemed like a long time.
Because they've fully transitioned everything. The snow's taken over. I think it's a lot later.
That's even cooler because
Yeah,
I was thinking it was at least sometime later because Vader has to heal and some stuff and sort of become Darth Vader still. But oh man, that's so eerie.
because I was why are the snowtroopers already? And then it was like, whoa.
True.
The story build out that we've gotten of like what Vader is up to, not just standing around being evil. Fallen Order, for example, that's what I'm thinking of, where it's like, oh, and even seeing him in Rogue One, it's like, no, he's running around like
he has jobs.
Stuff.
Yeah,
and he's in charge,
right?
And that's why everybody's afraid of him.
No, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, because in episode 4, it's very much like they make fun of him, they mock him.
They do, huh?
By the time they get to that point,
that's so
they
weird.
feel like we don't need you anymore.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, and that's the first time we ever see Darth Vader, and we were still terrified.
Right.
It's amazing.
But they show you in Rogue One like why he's terrifying.
Exactly. What he is capable of.
And all the Sith, like you see Darth Maul do it in these episodes too. They're powerful. Ahsoka is powerful. Shout out to Ahsoka, dude. She is insane.
She made a jump, and this pushed her too. This elevated her. Like the progression of, we started, this 4-episode arc. We started with her fighting Maul on Mandalore. She got winded,
sure,
but still like
held her own,
going and won. And over the course of this episode, you see her finally like actually running out of steam.
But she's holding a ship.
Barely block anymore. Like, it's crazy.
A ship going at like full power, trying to get out of this hangar, and she's holding it back like Rey does in episode 9.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be like the insanely strong one.
I love Ahsoka. I love what they've done with her character.
I'm so happy that we're finally getting to see her in live action. That's gonna be so much fun.
The timing is perfect.
Yeah.
And this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I don't want to go like beat by beat, like all the way through the episode, like trying to hit all the in chronological, because I feel like we sort of lose ourselves. I just want to sort of talk about it. So you mentioned Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I was really getting some Fallen Order vibes from this episode, and I was even expecting to see a couple nods to it at some point.
I thought maybe, I was like, is this crashed ship something? That I was like, no, that's the wrong planet.
But we didn't know what that planet was. It could have been. For a few minutes I was hoping. Well, no, I was thinking Zepho. I was thinking it was the one on Zepho.
Oh, was there one there?
Oh yeah. Was there not?
Okay, I was thinking the B planet.
B planet.
Yeah, where the temple is, that first planet. Bogano.
That's Bogano. Yeah, Zepho's
Yeah,
the like kind of like icy,
yeah,
grassy sort of beautiful place.
maybe.
I was really hoping for that. It didn't turn out to be that, but um, I think partially it's because I was hoping for another just tie in with something in this
Yeah.
episode, because all these like this arc has been is like tying it to other things, and I was hoping this would link to something else, and it didn't really do that, unfortunately. But it was still a great last 20 minutes with Ahsoka, and then getting to see Vader in the Clone
I
Wars was so cool.
I think giving Rex that moment, this episode, for both of Ahsoka, this was about Ahsoka and Rex, the last two episodes,
Hmm.
and I just, it's wow. It was like, it's weird because there wasn't like a lot of talking. It was more just like the atmosphere, like, so spoke for itself.
And it still worked. Like even in the last episode too, there wasn't
Yeah,
a lot of talking. It was just very, you felt uneasy. Like
yeah.
it's tense. A lot of tension. Even though most people know that a lot of these characters live. You don't know how they're going to get out of the situation, and it's still a very upsetting and sad situation for them to be in.
Yeah, seeing what they went through,
Right.
seeing like, oh, it wasn't easy, it was just barely.
Because
Like that
even
makes it so much better.
in Fallen Order, you get to actually sort of live like what it's like to have been
Yeah.
part of Order 66, and this was a
Mhm.
really cool other version of experiencing that
Yeah.
Episode 3 really doesn't give you.
No.
Episode 3
And
really
and
just gives you a BS send off for a lot of great Jedi, but this was a
it's
cool dive into it.
3 was about Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's what
Right.
that entire movie was about.
Right.
And they used all the other stuff. Like that's what is really, really apparent now. Because we've seen so much like ancillary content. There clearly was more going on, and that's making it better.
Right.
But that movie it's really just about Anakin and Obi-Wan, culminating in the fight. And yeah, seeing all this is great. I could get more of this.
But
Like I
this
want
yeah, you what?
games. I don't care.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like I want more of this
This show is so beautiful because like I'm so grateful for this show because I will take the context from the show into episode 3 forever.
forever.
Whatever lack of like dialogue or weird relationships changing and like character changing on the dime, like I won't feel that way anymore watching that movie because I know what happened, what characters are going through, what they're thinking about. Like in this episode, you see Vader, and you don't know exactly what he's thinking when he picks up Ahsoka's lightsaber, but you
No,
know he's probably like
he's not happy.
not happy or like maybe he misses her in some weird way or something, but it's
I
not
per-
pure hatred and evil. I don't think inside of him still.
no, it's the fact that it's even still him that he remembers.
Hmm. Right, he's not a
Um,
completely changed
he
person
meets
into this
oh,
monster.
he meets Obi-Wan for the first time when they meet up back up in episode 4. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Without hesitation, he's like, I'm gonna kill you right now.
Yeah,
I've been waiting to kill you. Like that never really gets resolved other than the Force ghosts smiling at each other at the end of 6,
right.
which kind of makes me sad. Like I kind of want a Force Ghost movie
What
where
about
they
episode
just are
Yeah.
sitting and talking.
What about episode 9 where they collectively help Ray?
But it still could be one over here and one over here.
They're
I
not
mean,
like buddies.
we know they are because they look and smile at each other. But
Sure.
like, I want that conversation. I want to hear them have a conversation post 6.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that maybe we don't need it, but that would be really fascinating.
What if we got some form of conversation between them in the Obi-Wan show? In some,
Vader's
maybe
still
in a
alive.
dream or something, but like
We'll probably get something, but it's not going to be good.
you don't
We'll
think?
probably see what Obi-Wan's like battling with,
Yeah.
and maybe the anger in Vader.
Well,
Maybe
I
something
wonder
like that.
at what point Obi-Wan realized Anakin wasn't dead. Like, do you think when he walked away in episode 3 that he thought he was leaving Anakin to die? Like, how
Oh,
long did it take for
100%.
him to realize that it was like, oh, he didn't die?
That he was Vader.
Right.
Yes, that's the moment we need to see in the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah.
Of him like, I didn't kill him.
Because I
Like,
don't think you would necessarily, maybe, but I don't know if you would be able to sense that from across the galaxy, you know? Like, I think
maybe their connection, if they have some kind of, but yeah, I
that would be really interesting to see, that him learning that.
yeah, because he learns it at some point.
He must, yeah, because
Tells
he
Luke.
knows that he becomes Vader. He doesn't tell Luke that, but says that Vader killed him.
Nah, you tried to, bro.
How about in this episode? Oh, all the droids. Rest in peace to those beautiful droids.
I figure they're all going. The ship's going down.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah, that
you
hurt.
gotta think no one's surviving this except for the characters we know are surviving this. That's what was
Yeah.
so fascinating to me. I'm like, how are they gonna get out of this?
That was powerful to see to see the clones just line up and be like, you're not getting out of here.
They know they're going down. Like they're
I
just
mean,
gonna
there's a
stand
ship.
in
They
between
could
them
go
and the
run-
ship.
They could run and try to go get in a ship and survive, but
Right.
no, that's how I just think of like how powerful this ship is. But just to see the badassery of Ahsoka and Rex throughout this entire episode,
So cool.
it's wow. I love it. I could watch that over and over again.
It was such a cool like formation that they had because she stood in front of him deflecting while he stunned everybody. For a second, at first, what I thought she was doing, I thought he was shooting the
Deflecting
stun,
them.
and she was like a baseball bat, like smacking
Yeah.
it towards all the clones. But that's not exactly what she was doing. She was just
Deflecting the hundreds of bullets that were
towards
lasers that were
nobody,
coming
just
at them.
making sure they were hitting nobody.
Yeah, even like that's what's crazy is like even though they were all gonna die,
She knew they were all gonna die. There's no way
didn't
out
wanna
of it.
Kill them,
Right.
even if it meant her surviving.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love when she used the lightsabers with the Force and spun them around them so that they could fall through the floor.
I was really hoping because when they first showed the clones down there, I was like, I saw some ships in the background, but they didn't look like even finished. Like pieces were missing.
Right.
But I was like, they've got to find. There's got to be something hiding down there that they can use to get out. That wasn't how I was expecting them to get down there.
I loved
But then-
all the elevators that she kept activating and deactivating, so they just went flying every time. That was amazing too.
They got back down there, and there's so many people, and it's like, uh-oh. And then the robots, man, they talk about going out in glory.
Yeah.
It's in glory for those robots. They were just gonna sit in that room and die anyways.
Yep.
Um,
They put their hands up, but
and still got shot.
that
As they
was so
should've.
sad.
Given what was happening.
Sure. I really like all the clones being kind of a mix of different looks. Like they're not
was-
all the Ahsoka clones. They're not all white. Like they're all very different looking, which was very cool to see.
I was surprised when the regular clones showed up. I was like, oh yeah, this is a huge ship with like all kinds of stuff on it.
Right.
Oh, was that the first time we saw a hyperdrive like generator like
Oh.
that?
Oh, okay. Yes, I think so. But that ship coming out of hyperspace all damaged like that was one of the coolest looking things I've seen in Star Wars.
Ever. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I love that we keep it's just like the light speed through a ship and the grinding of a Star Destroyer. Like seeing these things that are supposed to be so perfect.
So many fun ways to play with it.
So many ways. So yeah, and I was gonna say even as they're falling out of hyperspace, and
Yeah.
it's like becoming red, the
Yeah.
blue, and it's like, oh god, terrifying.
I would not want to be on that ship when it suddenly comes to a halt like that.
Yeah,
I would think everyone would go flying. I thought everyone would be dead, honestly. But
right away.
you
Yeah.
would think that would kill you. Darth Maul is just wreaking havoc on that ship, but
Part
that's
of
what
me
Ahsoka
thought,
told
are
him
they
to do.
gonna finally team up? Is that how this ends? Is they finally team up and then go off, and that's what they leave us wondering?
I'm a little bit bummed that he just sort of dipped. I mean, that's very much his style. I know, but I agree with you. I want them to team up a little bit or have
Just what
one
that
little.
means. It makes sense that they didn't, given like she wasn't gonna do that. Clearly, she's such a good person that was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But him just going now leaves the door wide open for whatever they want to do.
True.
It's such a clean cut. We can not put anything and just he's gonna go be a crime lord and he'll show up in Solo.
Right.
Or we can see that next.
Dude, I can't wait to watch Rebels now.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting Rebels is post Solo.
I want to double check, but I'm pretty sure. So Rebels is 14 years later from what just happened.
Okay. So and episode 4 is 19 years.
So Rebels is 5 years before episode 4.
I mean, Solo seems we can check because Solo seems like he's more than 5 years pre episode 4. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because he really kind of has his act together by the time episode 4 comes around. I mean, he's not a good smuggler, but he's well renowned.
Have they not given us?
So Rebels is from 5 BBY to 1 BBY.
Yeah, it's the 5 years before.
And Solo is 14 BBY to 10 BBY, 13 BBY to 10 BBY.
Oh.
So
because the beginning of the movie and then there's a time jump.
Yes.
So most of the movie takes place in what year?
10 BBY, which is 5 years before Rebels starts. So our next vision of Darth Maul is Solo. Yes. Wow, 9 years later.
Yeah. So there's 9 years.
As the crime lord that he is,
or to become that. He has 9 years to establish that.
That's insane. I thought it was a lot less time than that.
No, give us some movies.
Yes, dude. Yes. Oh my.
That's the time period. Fill it in with the movies.
Because they have Fallen Order in there at 14 BBY, but like that's a little bit obscure. That's like just one character's journey.
14 BBY.
Yes. So 5 years after Order 66.
That's okay. I'm gonna put a timeline together
because I know that we have Fallen Order and Solo in there, but besides those two from 19 to 5, it's a pretty big gap.
I'm obsessed with Star Wars again, and I love it, and I'm just.
It makes me happy. Oh, happy Star Wars Day, by the way, everybody.
May the 4th be with you.
May it be with you always.
The ObiWan show, they're putting it between Solo
and Rebels.
No, between the beginning and end of Solo.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Oh, are these all individual years?
Oh,
1,
duh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, each one is a year.
I hate to speculate, but I feel like our next Maul story will have to be the Obi-Wan show. I want that so bad.
I would be so down for that.
Not a lot, just a little. I just want another encounter between them. A live action Ewan McGregor
okay.
Ray Park encounter.
So I've now 2 episodes forgot to mention this. Remember how that lightsaber fight we were talking about, how fluid it was, and you said you noticed it looked like different
from a couple episodes ago on Mandalore? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they brought Ray Park in to do motion capture for that fight.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. I follow him on Instagram.
There's a video on YouTube.
It literally, at least 3 or 4 times a day, he posts a video of him dancing around, swinging a lightsaber. And when I saw that in the show, it's something resonated with me. Mm-hmm. It worked. That is so cool.
I guess I just assumed they've gotten better at animation.
Right.
But it was perfect. So yeah.
Wow. He still gets to live out Darth Maul even.
They called him up. They were like, you need to be a part of this.
Good for him, man.
Yep, I'm so happy for him.
Let me grab this real quick. Hold on. I paid money and I waited in line to meet the man at the Star Wars convention, and he signed this for me.
Yes, the legend.
And it took a really long
You gotta
time.
frame that.
I will. I'm waiting for the time because I also need to frame this one.
Yes.
But he took time with every single person in line to like talk to them and thank them for coming to spend time with him. So it took longer than any other line there, and I love Ray Park a lot.
Yeah, he just seems like a genuinely good guy.
Darth Maul is just the freaking coolest.
With his little bent lightsaber. So it's a little old.
That's
one
of my first 5 pops, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my first pop was Chewie.
Nice.
Blocked Chewie from you.
Really?
I think it was in a.
Oh, and the rest is history.
I think you got me the box, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
You came with that.
True.
For Christmas, I want to say, or something like that.
I just bought you another pop today, actually.
That's fine. My head won't let me. So, I did see that there were some new Mandalorian pops.
I want those so bad.
Yeah.
I want the one with the guy with the darksaber.
Yeah, I'm waiting because I want more. I want him to earn it.
I really want more Episode 9 pops. They haven't come out with any like specific from a scene pops for Episode 9 yet, and I'm really waiting. Like I want Ben in the black shirt and a blue lightsaber more than anything, because I got all of my Knights of Ren, and I want him with the blue lightsaber to be surrounded by them. Yeah.
So remember last episode what we talked about? How we thought she was gonna give Maul a blue. You were hoping she was gonna give Maul a blue lightsaber, and I was like, I don't think we've ever seen a Sith use a blue lightsaber.
Yeah, we do.
I want that.
They need. I don't think they will.
Why did
I would
not bring it?
Really love for them to dive more into this show for pops. I think that would be sick too.
Yes, I agree. I was just gonna say I wish I haven't brought any pops yet, and I wish I brought my one Vader pop. That's the one I should bring over.
Which one? Which one's your favorite?
The one I only have one Vader pop.
Okay.
But it's the one that lights up.
Oh, that's right. You have the Kylo one too. That one's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vader holding. Wait. Doesn't he turn on Luke's lightsaber in Episode 6?
It's not blue.
It's green though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no Sith has ever held a blue lightsaber that we know of. I think it's rad.
I did forget about that. I love it. Oh my god, so the show the show literally ends on a clone helmet with the Vader in the reflection.
The symbolism of it, and it was the Ahsoka helmet too. Oh, so ominous.
And it's just like it's over.
Yep.
Contrast with all the stormtroopers and all the snowtroopers and stuff. All I want to do is watch Rebels.
It's perfect. Like it's got me so stoked for it.
And I'm gonna play Fallen Order.
That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
To watch her experience that.
Because
it's such a good story. Like it's an unbelievably good story.
It's so good.
I wasn't expecting it to dive into some of the stuff that dove into.
I should put it on an easy difficulty for her so she can have fun.
Yeah, you don't want to be frustrated by the game.
I think she's into diving and blocking and diving and diving and blocking and diving and diving and blocking.
I mean, I kind of want to go back and see what it's like on the easiest difficulty.
I want to beat it on the hardest difficulty.
I do too. Someday, maybe, but
yeah, I thank you, Dave Filoni, and everybody else that was involved with this. The sense of closure, like it's just like giant just breath. Just
it's fantastic. It was the really nice send off, like with love for this show,
and we got the hype. We got those 2 episodes that were really just packed with hype from beginning to end.
Yep.
And then last episode kind of transitioning, and this one, the send off. I think that was really well done.
So And one other thing that I noticed at the beginning, the very beginning
Mhm.
of the episode, when you have like the opening title card,
Yeah.
that music, did that sound like Padme's funeral to you?
I'd have to hear it again, but it was all the music was catching me
Because I
off
feel
guard.
like what they've been doing through these 4 episodes is giving
Mhm.
you music cues to let you know where you are in the timeline.
Crap, yeah, they gave
Oh no,
one
that
in
was
this episode.
they wouldn't have. She wouldn't have had a funeral already by that point, though. I
Probably
keep wanting to speed up everything that's not
not.
happening here.
Because the pace that it goes at when
Yeah,
you watch
she
episode
might have
3.
been. She might be dead by now, but I don't think she wouldn't have a funeral already.
No.
But that was the vibe that it gave me.
I think it was no. Hearing just the Death Star
Oh, dude.
when the ship was going down, like the
Yep.
very imperial sounding
Yep.
sirens, I was like, "Oh, wow, this is intense."
I love
Oh,
it.
man.
I love
Yeah,
the show. This is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yep. It's
It's so easy to rewatch too,
mhm.
because it doesn't matter if you've seen it. It's just awesome Star Wars side stories, and we're so lucky to get something like this.
I still want the unfinished episodes.
Are there more of those?
Just like the one where with the one I can remember like seeing the basic
The
animation
drawings,
with
yeah.
Cad Bane firing and hitting Boba in the helmet or something like that.
Right.
And I think that was something, but like I want to say they aren't gonna. That's a whole can of worms to open.
Cad Bane is criminally underused.
And that's another. I just want to see him show
Yeah.
up in something.
Yeah.
And maybe he can come in another like solo movie.
I need to watch the movie again. That's what I need to do. I want to go back and see what that's like, because I remember not
movie?
loving the Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, I don't. Isn't that where they kidnapped the little baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt's kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is really dumb. But now that I understand what the show is, maybe I can give it a little more respect.
It's not gonna change it. But you can. When I started Rebels, I was very much like, "Ooh, this isn't the vibe I'm going for." Having watched it and going back,
Yeah.
I do not feel that even a little bit. Just knowing what the show is,
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh my god, that's what's." Oh, and they're and like, because once you know these characters, I would say it's going to be better on a rewatch. And
I'm
I
gonna
don't
watch.
remember a lot of it.
I'm gonna watch some of that tonight because I'm
Yeah.
on a Star Wars high right now.
Yeah, I just want to consume all of it.
So yeah, go watch episode 9. Go watch the prequels. Watch Clone Wars. Just watch any Star Wars you want, because it's all on Disney Plus. Everything you could ever
Officially.
want, it's all there.
That's insane.
Happy Star Wars Day.
With more coming. I want to talk a little bit more speculation. But
Okay.
we can do that after.
All right. Maybe I'll do a bonus post show for this episode. Do you have anything else to say about the last episode of the Clone Wars? Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Thank you so much for joining us. Comment below. Let us know what you thought. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Even with that middle arc, it was still fantastic. Somehow.
What middle arc?
Exactly. But thank you for joining us. We do other reactions to other movies and shows. We also do a podcast on this channel that you can watch or listen to. But until then, my name is Jordan.
My name is Ethan, and I did have this shirt on the whole time.
I have a Star Wars shirt on too.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Who are we?
We were rebels.
May the Force be with you.
May the fourth be with you.